Boys, for the cheapest, fastest, and most reliable coins, please hit up my sponsor at MMOEXP.com. Boys, fast, quick, reliable, you won't get banned, you can't ask for much more. Not to mention, boys, just look at this, okay? If you want 1,000,000 coins right now in college football, like buying packs, it's gonna cost you like $300 to $400. You can get it on MMOEXP for like $75. It saves you so much money. And boys, when you use code TATE, it actually saves you guys a little bit of extra money on top of that. Ladies and gents, what's good, boys? Welcome. New standouts came out today, actually a little while ago, I'm not gonna lie, but we kind of let the prices settle a little bit. When I make these videos, right, when I make these so-called coin making videos, we like to do them when the prices are a little more settled down, right? And they're a little more settled down right now. So lock in, boys. Let's go over a couple of things because there's some big time coin opportunity here if you guys do it correctly. All right, so let's start over here with some of the newer cards, right? We've got Cade Phillips and Zayden. Those are the two LTDs that came out today. And then we got Bryce Underwood. We've got Elijah Griffin. We got, is that the only other one? There was one other one. There was another one, but the big card, of course, is this Bryce Underwood card, being by far the best QB in the game. And he's not even an LTD, which means he's a little easier to pull. So hopefully you guys see where I'm going with this, all right? If we go over here to the auction house, okay, and we look at some of these cards, the 85 overall standouts, we are going to notice that a couple of them are pretty cheap, if I'm being honest, and a couple of them are mad expensive, all right? The cheap ones are going to be going for roughly, I don't know, like 130-ish? Yeah, 130, all right? And then you go down to some of the better ones, some of the more sought after ones, like, well, Bryce, of course. He's going to be going for roughly 390 to 400k. About 400k is what this card goes for right here. All right. Let's check this Ben Hanks real quick just to see, get his price, because he is a nice little cornerback. You know, cornerbacks have some solid value, but yeah, he's gonna be 140. So he's a little bit more expensive than the other ones, but not really. All right. So with that being said, let's talk about a theoretical coin making method that you guys could do that would make you juice if you did it correctly. All right. We're gonna open up my computer real quick, and I'm gonna open up Cut Fan. All right, if you guys don't know what Cut Fan is, it is essentially it's a college football database. All right, so it's all the cards in the game, the prices they go for, all those kind of things. All right, college football, wait, what the freak? Oh, why is it not popping up? Did they? No, yeah. Oh, CFB Fan. Sorry, it's CFB Fan. And then you go to prices and you can see the cheapest training. So let's go over this real quick. Let's talk about this. All right, we're juicer magooser. All right. So cheapest training right now, by the way, whoa, that is not what I wanted to do. That was Da Vinci. Is going to be 70 coins per training. So follow along with me. Okay, follow along. 79s. 8,470 is going to be the cheapest you can get for a 79. You can find these, okay? You just got to be patient and look. All right, and then 78s for 5,810. All right, you can be patient, but look. The only issue that I don't like about buying these golds for training is you do have to buy quite a bit. So like this 79 right here, if you're going to buy this for one of these packs I'm going to tell you to buy, you have to buy like 15 of these. Well, like 14 of these. I think it's like 14 of these, all right? 80 overalls, if you can get them for minimum, this is actually going to be your best bet because it's only like 8 of them and it's a little bit quicker, all right? 83s, same thing. If you can get 83s for really, really cheap, you're good. You're chilling, all right? So let's go over here, back to the game, all right? And talk about the filters that you guys are going to want to use for these, all right? First and foremost, let's do 78 to 79. There is so many 78 to 79s in the game that I want to just go by team. It really sucks to say. You kind of got to go by team because even if you go by position, sometimes you don't even see all of them. So go newest, all right? And then memorize those prices. So 79s were what? 8,000 something? And 78s were about 5,000 something, all right? You can go by team, or I guess we'll try division real quick. Not division, sorry. We'll try position real quick, okay? Do some of like the, I don't know, some of the position, you can do like some of the positions that have a lot of cards, but not like too many cards, right? So like QBs maybe, there's gonna be a good amount, but like not too insane of an amount to where they're not gonna pop up. Wide receiver is a great one because there's so many wide receivers in the game. But you're just trying to get these for minimum, all right? So 78 to 79s, you can look for those for minimum. I like 80s and 83s a lot more. So 80 overalls we're looking for about like 15k and under, all right? That's what I want you guys buying those at. Wide receiver, you can go tight end. Tight ends don't go for too much in this game, so that can help out a lot. You can find a bunch there. Yeah, you're gonna have to do some work. Okay, this is not gonna be, oh, there you go, like minimum right here. Boom. Can I get it? Boom, minimum. 12.6 is minimum. So if you buy your training for unbelievably cheap, all right, boys, which if you pay minimum training, by the way, all right, if you buy all these 80 overalls for 12.6K, all right, you then quick sell them and you go over here to the store and you open up these packs right here. All right, boom, standout pack. All right, this is the one with that Bryce Underwood in it and stuff. Okay, this pack right here is going to cost you 105,000 coins if you pay minimum training for it. I showed you guys the cheapest card was going for about 130K. Okay, you see where I'm going with this, right? So if you buy your training for minimum, okay, and you end up pulling a bunch of cards that go for 130K, oh well, you break even or you make about 10,000 coins. Okay, you make about 10,000 coins. The moment you pull yourself a Bryce Underwood, though, you are chilling like a villain. You pull an LTD, you are chilling like a villain. You pull a season 1 player, you are chilling like a villain. So there's about I would say about 40% of the time, okay, 40% of the time, you're going to break even, okay, or make like 10,000 coins. Okay, if you pay minimum for training, you're not going to lose anything. All right. If though you have about a 50, I'd say it's about 30% chance. Let's say a 30% chance at pulling an LTD, a Bryce Underwood, or a season 1 player. Then you are juiced. All right, boys. So this pack right here, I did buy for minimum. Okay. About 110 is probably what I spent on this pack here. Let's go ahead and open it. Let's see what we can pull. All right. Now, once again, you're not guaranteed to pull something crazy here. Just keep that in mind. All right, keep it above 50 here. It's not like you're just automatically gonna pull something crazy. Boom! That's what I'm freaking talking about. That's what I'm talking about, bro. Okay, this is not an LTD card. It's not an LTD card. So if you pull it, it's not that. Boom, baby! Come on, best pull of the year. Come on. You gotta buy the training for minimum though, okay? Buy the training for minimum. I cannot say it enough. Buy the training for minimum, okay? Spend the 15 minutes that it takes to buy the training for minimum, okay? Put a movie on. I don't care how long it takes you to buy the training for minimum, but do it, because the moment you pull one of these cards, it's 300,000 coins profit. You see what I'm saying, boys? So lock the freak in, get your freaking coins, all right? And buy the training for minimum, okay? Don't get all, what's it called? Don't get all like lazy and start spending, you know, like crazy amounts of coins in your training, okay? Buy it for minimum, put in the work, and I promise you it's gonna pay off. That's what I'm freaking talking about, dude. So boom, that's amazing right there. That's so amazing. So boom, I got this 80 overall for minimum. I am then gonna literally, I pulled it, cool, but I can keep doing it, right? Like that's the thing. There's no end to this. And once again, okay, so let's do a one more look at this real quick so that you guys can we can all be on the same page here. So these are the non-LTDs. Of course, your chances are you're not going to pull an LTD and you're not going to pull a season 1 player. That's just most likely. Okay, so you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, 6 different cards that you can pull. So you essentially have a 1 in 6 chance at pulling this Bryce Underwood. And if you don't, you're going to pull a card that goes for about 130, and some of them go for 140 or 150. And those are going to be your 10, 20K profits. All right. So you're guaranteed 5 out of 6 times to make 20K profit. Okay. 1 out of the 6 times though, you're not going to make just 20K. You're going to make 300K. There is zero downside to this if you just put the work in and snipe the training for minimum. All right, boys, snipe the training for minimum. Now I say it all the time and I'll say it again. If you guys want to go ahead and go a little crazy sometimes and like on an 80 overall spend 13.5K or something like that, or 14K, go for it, right? It's going to cut down all your profit to the point of where it's like, all right, it's break even, but still, all right, you see what I'm saying? It's not that bad. As long as you, at worst, you're breaking even here, it is a guaranteed coin making method that'll make you bank. All right, boys, W Bryce Underwood pull. Let's freaking go. Yeah, we got lucky there. Let's not lie. We hit the 1 out of 6 chance at pulling him, right? But there's that. There's the LTDs, and then there's season 1 players. There's a lot of upside here if you buy your training for minimum. Let's go, baby. I love you. Peace.